Have you been feeling like your life is being tested lately? Like everything familiar is suddenly slipping away? Doors that once opened now slam shut. People who once stood beside you are walking away without a word. You keep asking, what did I do wrong? But what if I told you, you're not being punished, you're being graded by heaven itself? Because last night, in the silence of the divine realm, a decree was spoken. The chosen ones have completed their exam. They have walked through fire. They have held on to faith in the storm. They have scored 100%. Yes, heaven has been watching you. Every tear you cried was a question. Every heartbreak was a test. Every time you chose patience over panic, trust over fear, you were answering divine exam questions written in the language of the soul. And now the results are in. The gates of destiny are opening. 3 miracles, already written in your name, are on their way. But before they arrive, a final twist is coming. The last test, the test of faith, is already unfolding in the shadows around you. You see, before heaven promotes you, it reveals your readiness. And right now, the universe is whispering, you've passed. But can you hold your faith while the miracle travels toward you? This is not a random season. This is divine timing. The sacred silence before your breakthrough explodes. The shaking you feel is not destruction, it's alignment. The delays aren't rejection, they're redirection. Because when heaven says you're ready, the old world must collapse so the new one can rise. But listen carefully. Before every reward, there's always one last storm, a distraction, a test wrapped in fear. A moment where everything looks lost, just to prove your faith never was. So don't move, don't scroll, because what I'm about to reveal next will explain everything. Why you lost certain people, why doors closed in your face, why your life went silent right before something big. You weren't being forgotten, you were being measured. And now heaven has declared the score. 100% in endurance, 100% in obedience, 100% in trust. You are officially graduating from the season of testing and stepping into the season of divine reward. The countdown to your miracle has already begun. The storm was the final exam, and you passed it flawlessly. Now, are you ready to hear what comes after heaven says, you're ready? Chosen one. You've been walking through hidden exams, tests written not on paper, but on the path of your life. You didn't know you were being graded. You didn't realize every tear, every silence, every heartbreak was a question from heaven itself. The sleepless nights, they weren't punishments. They were nighttime classrooms where your spirit was being refined. The closed doors, they weren't rejections. They were questions asking, will you trust me even when you don't understand my plan? And the betrayal by those you loved, that wasn't cruelty. It was a divine question. Will you still walk in love when others walk away? Every no you faced was a sacred whisper asking, will you still believe when the answer isn't yes? Every delay was heaven watching to see, will you wait with faith when the world tells you it's over? And you didn't curse the storm. You worshiped through it. You didn't run from the valley. You walked through it with grace. You didn't harden your heart. You kept it soft, even when it hurt. You passed every question not with words, but with faith. That's why the divine record now reads, check mark 100% in trust, check mark 100% in endurance, check mark 100% in surrender. You've been tested in silence, refined in fire, and purified in waiting. You see, heaven doesn't test you to break you. It tests you to reveal you. The universe already knew your strength. Now you know it too. But here's the twist. Heaven's reward doesn't fall instantly like rain. It's wrapped in one final question, the hardest one of all. Can you hold your faith when nothing seems to be happening? This silence you're in now, it's not absence. It's not punishment. It's the final test before the miracle breaks open. Think of a seed buried deep underground. It feels dark, it feels forgotten, but it's not dead. It's becoming. And soon what's been hidden will break through the surface with power and beauty. That's where you are right now, chosen one. Buried but not buried to die. buried to bloom, hidden, but not hidden to be ignored, hidden to be prepared. So don't let the silence trick you. Don't mistake the pause for failure. The examiner has already graded your test, and heaven has written beside your name, approved, promoted, ready. Now, stay still. Your certificate of faith is signed in divine ink. The announcement of your promotion is echoing through the heavens. And the miracle, your reward, is already walking toward you. This is the silence before the celebration. You may feel forgotten right now, like heaven has gone quiet. Doors that once swung open now refuse to budge. The people who once encouraged you, suddenly distant. Opportunities that seemed close, suddenly vanish. And you're wondering, did I miss my moment? Did I fail? But listen to me, this silence is not punishment. It's the sacred pause before promotion. It's the stillness right before heaven says, now. Think of it like graduation week. The exams are over. The grades are sealed. You've already passed, but the ceremony hasn't begun yet. You're not being ignored. You're being prepared. You're standing in the hallway between testing and triumph. Heaven hasn't forgotten you. It's building your stage. The angels are preparing your platform. They're moving people, adjusting timelines, shifting doors, aligning everything in the background for your public unveiling. Heaven is coordinating divine timing. Because your reward isn't just a blessing, it's a statement. It must appear at the exact moment that brings the greatest glory. And when it arrives, it won't trickle in. It'll flood your life in one sudden moment. The miracle that took years to form will be delivered in a single day. That job you thought you lost, the love you thought you missed, the opportunity you believed had expired, it's coming back around, but this time, it'll fit your promotion. But here's the twist. Whenever heaven is about to move, the enemy starts whispering louder. He knows your reward is near, so he'll launch one final distraction. Confusion that makes you question everything, fear that tells you you're not ready, temptations disguised as shortcuts, sudden emotions, loneliness, frustration, doubt, rising from nowhere, just to make you react. Don't fall for it, because one wrong emotional move can delay what's already yours. The enemy can't steal your blessing, but he'll try to make you forfeit it through impatience. You are standing at the threshold of breakthrough. The silence is not the absence of God, it's the presence of strategy. He's rearranging your destiny behind closed doors. The clock is still ticking, the heavens are still working, and your miracle is still on its way. So don't panic in the quiet. Don't mistake waiting for wasting. This is the final test, the test of trust. Because when you can worship in silence, you prove you're ready for the sound of victory. Stay still, stay alert, stay faithful. The announcement of your promotion is echoing through the heavens. And when it reaches your life, it will make up for every tear you cried in the dark. Chosen one, heaven never leaves you guessing. When you pass a divine exam, the signs begin to appear. Quiet, subtle, but undeniable. And if you've been noticing these, then listen closely. Because these are the three proofs you've already passed. 1, you're tired, but still faithful. You're not running with the same strength anymore. Your body feels drained, your heart's been heavy, but deep down, your hope refuses to die. You still whisper prayers at midnight. You still thank God even with empty hands. You still believe, even when nothing changes. That's not weakness. That's proof of divine endurance. Because the strongest faith isn't loud. It's quiet persistence when no one's watching. Heaven sees that. Heaven honors that. 2, you're losing people. You never thought you would lately. Some friendships ended suddenly. Some people you trusted turned cold, and you've been asking, why now? But understand this. Graduation means leaving old classrooms behind. You can't bring old energy in a new destiny. Not everyone is assigned to your next level. God is not subtracting to punish you. He's subtracting to elevate you. This loss is not rejection, it's direction, it's heaven clearing your path. You sense a shift, but can't explain it. Your world still looks the same, but your spirit feels different. You wake up with butterflies and questions. You're calm, yet alert. Something deep inside whispers, something's coming. You can't see it yet, but your soul already knows. That tension between peace and excitement, it's the vibration of destiny moving closer. Your spirit is picking up the sound of heaven's announcement. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. The angels are leaning close, whispering into your dreams. You did it. You passed, your record is sealed. Your exam is done. You've been approved in the courts of heaven. Now the reward is on its way. But here's the twist. The final paper isn't graded by humans, it's graded by your reactions. Heaven isn't just watching what happened to you, it's watching how you respond. When the delay lingers, do you panic or pray? When someone hurts you, do you retaliate or release? When you feel forgotten, do you give up or grow still? Every reaction becomes a signature on your soul's report card. Your peace under pressure, your love under betrayal, your patience in silence. Those are the true answers heaven honors. So if you're tired yet faithful, lonely yet obedient, hopeful without reason, then congratulations, chosen one. Your passing grade is already written in light. The decree has been spoken in the spiritual realm. Heaven has issued its command. The chosen ones have passed. Begin their release. It's not a wish, it's not a hope. It's an order from the throne of the Almighty. Your name has been spoken in divine counsel. Your file has been stamped approved. The season of testing is over. The gates of manifestation are now swinging open. This decree means things are shifting, not slowly but suddenly. Financial doors will unlock without struggle. Where you once begged, now you'll be invited. Where you once chased, now abundance will chase you. Relationships will begin aligning divinely. People who left will be replaced by those who carry your next assignment. Connections built in faith will be sealed by heaven's hand. Opportunities you didn't apply for, rooms you never asked to enter, and blessings you thought were beyond reach. They're being summoned toward you now, because once heaven approves your name, no human, no system, no power can deny your access. But listen carefully. When the blessing begins to unfold, it won't always look the way you expected. It may not arrive wrapped in gold. Sometimes it comes disguised in change, in sudden movement, in chaos that clears the way. A divine reward often arrives as a rearrangement. Jobs may shift, people may exit, doors may shut, not to punish you, but to make room for what's truly yours. You'll look around and say, "Why does everything feel unstable?" But heaven whispers back, "Because I'm building your throne from the ground up." So keep your faith anchored. Do not misread the construction phase as destruction. You're not losing, you're being positioned. But here's the twist. Before a crown is placed, the head must bow. Before promotion comes humility. This low place you're in, the quiet, the stillness, the hiddenness, isn't punishment. It's proof you're being prepared for elevation. A bowed head means surrender, and heaven only crowns those who know how to kneel. The final requirement before reward is humility, to stay grateful when unseen, to stay patient when delayed, to stay gentle when misunderstood. Because pride delays what humility accelerates. So if you feel small, unseen, humbled, rejoice. Because only those who have knelt before heaven can stand before kings. Your coronation is near. The decree has been signed. The angels are in motion. And soon, your life will echo the words of heaven. The chosen one has passed. Let the reward be released. When heaven declares, hell reacts. Every divine announcement is followed by a demonic disturbance. That's why lately things have felt chaotic again. Old fears rising from nowhere. Old habits calling your name. Old wounds reopening. And even people from your past suddenly reappearing. This is not random. It's not coincidence. It's a distraction. A spiritual decoy designed to pull you off course right as your breakthrough is standing at the door. You're standing at the border of your promise, just one step away from the reward heaven already signed. But before you cross, the enemy throws smoke screens, memories, emotions, temptations, drama, anything to make you look backward instead of forward. Remember this, you've already graduated from this level. That fear, You conquered it. That cycle, you broke it. That person who left, their part in your story ended chapters ago. So why are they back? Because you're at the threshold and the final test is simple. Don't go back to what you prayed to be freed from. You've come too far to retake this exam. You cried too many tears to repeat the same lesson. You fought battles in silence, passed tests no one saw. Now is not the time to panic. It's the time to stand still. The answer is already written. The outcome is already sealed. The enemy can't stop what God has spoken, but he can try to make you stop it. By reacting in fear, by arguing, by doubting your own victory. He wants you to open your mouth and speak defeat, to trade your peace for panic. Don't. Your silence now is sacred. Your calm is your weapon. This is not a battle of flesh. It's a battle of focus. Every distraction is a trap. Every delay is a test. And the only right answer is peace. But here's the twist. This test isn't about what happens to you. It's about how you respond. Heaven isn't grading the chaos. It's grading your calm. When you choose stillness over reaction, faith over fear, worship over worry, you unlock the gate that was waiting to open. Respond in peace, and the gate will open. Respond in trust, and the miracle will manifest. Because the reward isn't delayed, it's watching your response. So breathe. Stay steady. You're not losing. You're being proven. You're not under attack. You're under evaluation. And the one who stays silent in the storm becomes the one who walks into victory without resistance. Guard your heart. Hold your peace. Because heaven's next move is waiting for your calm. Chosen one. Your faith has unlocked something sacred. Heaven's rewards are no longer waiting. They're already in motion, traveling through divine timing toward your life. You've passed the exam. And now, the miracles begin to unfold. 1. The miracle of restoration. Everything you lost, every tear, every delay, every broken season, was never gone forever. It was being stored, multiplied, refined. And now heaven is sending it back. Not as it was, but greater. The time you thought was wasted will return in acceleration. The love you thought was over will be restored in purity. The finances that slipped through your fingers will return pressed down, shaken together, and running over. You will look around and realize nothing was truly lost. It was being prepared for a perfect return. This is not karma. This is divine compensation. God never lets his faithful ones end empty-handed. 2. The miracle of recognition. You've been hidden, overlooked, underestimated. You served quietly, gave faithfully, prayed privately, and no one seemed to notice. But heaven saw every sacrifice. Now your hidden years are about to speak. Your name is being whispered in rooms you've never entered. Your gift is being called for in places you've never applied. This is the season when divine exposure replaces human approval. You won't need to promote yourself. God is becoming your voice. The stone that was rejected is becoming the cornerstone. You will be seen, valued, and celebrated, not for who you pretended to be, but for who you truly are. The miracle of reward. This is the moment heaven repays your endurance. Sudden favor, unexpected promotion, prayers answered in ways beyond imagination, doors that require no effort, connections that appear out of nowhere. This reward is not earned by striving, it's granted by endurance. You stayed when others walked away. You believed when logic said it was over. And now heaven says, you've passed. Now receive. But here's the twist. To receive these miracles, you must open your hands, not your fears. If you cling to the old, you can't grasp the new. Let go of your picture of how it should look, because the miracle won't follow logic. It follows divine design. It may not look like what you asked for, but it will be everything you need. The packaging may confuse you, but the purpose will bless you. So release your control. Trust the process. Stay open, because what's coming isn't just an answer. It's a transformation. Heaven has spoken. You passed the test. Now the rewards begin. Prepare your heart. Your miracle is already on the way. So what do you do now, chosen one? You've passed the exam. Heaven has declared your promotion. But before the miracle arrives in full form, there are 3 divine instructions to anchor your destiny. Your final guidance. Step 1. Stay still. Do not rush. Miracles are like seeds. They don't bloom under noise, they bloom in stillness. This is the time to resist panic, resist pressure, and trust the timing. Heaven is aligning people, places, and moments in your favor. But if you run ahead, you'll miss the door when it opens. Stillness is not weakness, it's strategy. When you stay still, you allow heaven to move first. The reward comes not to the restless, but to the rooted. So breathe, release the hurry, and let divine timing do the work. Step 2. Guard your energy. Not everyone deserves access to your peace. You're stepping into a season of power, but power requires protection. Avoid drama, decline distractions. You're not who you were. You're a graduate, and graduates don't return to old classrooms. Some conversations, some environments, and some people will no longer align with the version of you heaven is revealing. You don't have to explain your silence. You don't have to apologize for your boundaries. Protect your peace, because your peace is your proof that you're walking with heaven. Step 3. Speak faith. Every morning, open your mouth with authority and declare, I have passed the exam. I am ready for my reward. Your words are seeds, and heaven waters what you speak. Say it with conviction, because faith is sound before it is sight. Your voice creates movement in the unseen. Miracles follow the sound of faith. So shape your atmosphere with your declarations. Don't speak fear. Don't rehearse pain. Speak destiny. Speak alignment. Speak readiness. Because heaven responds to your voice. Remember, this is not about striving. It's about aligning. You don't have to force open the gate. It's already unlocked. But here's the twist. The gate doesn't open through action. It opens through alignment. It's not your hustle that activates heaven. It's your heart. When your heart is aligned with gratitude, peace, and trust, the blessing that was chasing you finally finds you. So pause the striving. Rest in thankfulness. Every thank you is a key. Every moment of stillness is a step forward. Align your spirit with gratitude, and the reward will chase you. You won't have to run after it. It will run after you. Because once heaven declares you ready, everything you need begins moving in your direction. So, chosen one, this message didn't find you by accident. It was sent straight from heaven, because the divine wanted to remind you of what's already true. You've already passed the hardest test. You're not being punished, you're being promoted. And the miracle you've been praying for, it's not stuck in delay. It's already in motion, moving toward you right now. You've cried enough tears, you've carried enough burdens, and heaven has watched every single moment. This is the season where what was hidden becomes revealed, and what was promised becomes present. But now I want to ask you something important, a moment of reflection that seals your destiny. Which test have you just survived? Was it the storm of waiting, where everything felt still, but your faith refused to die? Was it the betrayal, where you were left alone, but your love stayed pure? Or was it the silence, when God went quiet, but you kept walking anyway? These weren't punishments, they were proofs. Proof that your heart is faithful, your soul is strong, and your spirit is ready. Now it's time to make a declaration, because heaven responds to sound, and your voice carries authority in the unseen realm. So comment below, right now, I passed, I am ready. Write it with boldness, because when you speak it, heaven seals it. Your declaration becomes the signature on your destiny's release form. You are not waiting for approval, you already have it. And if this message stirred your spirit, if it reminded you of who you are and what's coming next, then do 3 things. Like this video to anchor your agreement. Subscribe so you never miss another divine revelation sent to your soul. Share with another chosen one who needs this confirmation today, because someone you know is walking through silence right now, and they need to hear you passed too. This is not the end of your story. This is the graduation ceremony of your soul. You've walked through the test. Now walk into the reward. You've endured the fire. Now wear the crown. You've been hidden. Now you'll be revealed. So stand tall, chosen one. Your chapter of struggle has closed. Your season of reward has begun. Heaven is clapping for you. The angels are announcing your promotion, and the miracle is already walking toward your door. Say it with me one last time. I passed, I am ready, because this is your time.